I'd say good morning. I don't know what time it is where you are, but this is morning for me. So, after a really productive day yesterday, taking down more animatronics, sorting out animatronics that we had put in the garage, put in the shed, put in trucks and wherever. We sorted out pretty good, and now it's time to store. And it's getting tight in here, as you can see. We're pretty much blown out, but we do have space on the top. So I gotta fit all these guys in here. But I mean, what I'm gonna do is I have to 100% compile, stack better. I'm gonna do my best to do that right now and make it all work. But I would love to go through this and like sort it out better and definitely stack it better, if that makes sense, to make it just more organized. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's in storage. It's in here, and it's not going to go anywhere for almost a full year. Probably towards, I'm going to say July, we'll start hitting this thing and start taking them out and start setting them up to get a jump on next Halloween. But it's all good. And if anybody is at this point where you're getting too crowded in your house, in the garage and all that stuff, if you're lucky enough to have a house and a garage, blessed enough, storage is the move. I mean, this storage unit costs a little bit, right around $100 a month, and it's very accessible. The elevator's big enough. It's usually pretty quiet here. I don't get bothered, really by anybody when I come in and out. And I think it's 24 hours, so you can come here anytime you want to come here and do your thing. Sometimes off hours are the best times to come. And it's usually when, I can get here is when it's off hours, because I have a lot going on in my regular day. But it's a good thing. And that's all I got to say to you out there. If you are a haunter, a holiday haunter, or an aspiring haunter, and you're just starting, or you're in the middle of it and you're trying to figure out what to do with all your stuff, this is what you got to do with it. But this is my son's dream. This is his thing. This is his favorite thing in the world. When this is all over and done, for the next, from January on, probably the middle of January is when we're going to take everything down, because it's going to start freezing and we don't want any of our stuff to get destroyed. We'll probably have nothing on our property. Nothing. I'm not going to even leave the 12-foot skeleton up. We're not going to, take any chances with anything. It doesn't make any sense at that point. We could keep it up and do, the 12-foot skeleton and maybe Inferno Pumpkin skeleton, and dress them up in, like the, if it's Valentine's Day, do something funny with them with some kind of heart or something like that, like Cupid. And then in March, St. Patrick's Day, put some stuff on for St. Patrick's Day. And April, Barney. There's always something that you could do that's fun. But at this point right now, I would like to just protect our haunt for sure. These things are they have their value. They have, some of them have sentimental value to us, especially to Jonathan and even Tabby. So I definitely want to protect our stuff. And we do not have the room in our house to store all this stuff. There's no way I have an extra room like this. This is one of my kids' bedrooms, a little bit smaller than one of my kids' bedrooms, or maybe exactly the same size. I don't even know. Can't even tell you for sure, but it's very similar to both my kids' bedrooms, and it takes up a lot of space. So I don't have an extra room in my house to do this. And even that, we have a garage. The garage has some other thing going on in there. The arcades, and the basement is also something else that has, an arcade, pinball machines, something that will be figured out, something to do with, open up an arcade or renting them or something like that. So trying to figure out life right now. But in order to do that, you need organization, and you need to breathe in your house. And you can't have stuff like this cluttering the entire house all over the place. I know that there are people out there that have this problem, that you have it all over the house, and you might not pay attention to it after a while because you're just used to it. But for me, we did do this for a few years, and I just put it everywhere I could. I didn't really feel like not feel like, but I didn't want to spend money on storage. And then last year, when my mom, really moved in, even before that, she was moved in. And, when she was living with me and taking over, a lot of the house, because she was here, and her co-op was available. I'm like, you know what? Let me put everything I can in the co-op and try to catch my breath and get organized here, because it's just too much, bringing her stuff in and her taking over one of the rooms and doing what she does. So I had to do it. So it worked out. It was good enough for last year. It wasn't easy to do. If you watch the videos, you've seen that we were going back and forth to Brooklyn, mostly me, dealing with the co-op board and the people and the security and, having to go there only at certain times, and then, going up and down the elevator like 3 or 4 times, squeezing in a small elevator, getting griff from everybody. And it's like, listen, man, this is my mother's co-op, my dad's co-op. We paid for this. They paid for it, and they're paying maintenance every month. So I want to get something out of it. And it worked out for a while, but now it's time to 100% keep it easier on us. And I'm telling you, just even coming here today and, loading up the way I did, excuse me, and being able to just get in the elevator and come out, it really was, it's very easy, and it's costing money, it's an investment. You're definitely paying for it, but, if you have stuff like this, you need to take care of them. And also, my buddy Tim from Twisted Trails, I was talking about, storing these in like my garage and shed and this and that. He's like, yeah, but you know what? If the elements, when it freezes, all the control boxes are gonna, freeze and thaw, and eventually it's gonna, mess them up. So, you spend a couple $100 on an animatronic, you know how much these things cost. You don't want them to break after 1 year. You buy them for, you buy them and you want them to last a while. Even in, as long as you can, And certain things you can replace. You can replace gears, you can replace pulleys. There's some parts you can even get and fabricate and whatever. But once that control box is gone, man, it's not easy. You're not gonna you really probably can't repair it, especially if it has water damage and stuff like that, or freeze damage, or oxidation, or whatever stuff gets in there, gunk and crap. So that's just my take for today. Kids are at school. Grandma's at bowling. I'm gonna do my thing over here right now to just pull out a bunch of stuff and then reset it up. Get the big boys, these guys at the bottom, and the Terran Pumpkin Creep at the bottom, and then the lighter boxes on top, like this right here. This is all empty boxes because we still have Christmas animatronics up. And there's also some boxes in here that could go in the garbage, which will also be good. So, as the YouTubers say, let's get to it. I'm gonna set the phone up so you can see me take stuff out to have some fun. But you know what? I actually can't because the music's on, so it's gonna mess me up. So what we'll do is we'll just leave it alone, and then we'll let the video. You could see the aftermath after I'm done. All right, 9:09. I'm stopping the video, and then I'll take a picture of it when it's full. Oh, actually, you know what? When I have all this stuff out, I'll do another fun video of all of everything in a line over here. And I do want to do that too. I want to come here with Jonathan and even Chris from Bloody Townhouse, and just line everything up and then see what we actually have, and maybe even do an official count, because it's just easier here, I think. I mean, we're not going to set them up. I'm not going to be able to stop the video at 9:09. We're not going to set them up, but we'll definitely do a final count. All right, 9:09. I'm stopping it. Count it down, everybody. Slay hardcore. Do what you got to do, and we'll see you next video.